Hi everyone, Greg here. So hopefully we are live. Okay, yeah, things seem to be turning on here. So let me just have a quick. Okay, everything looks good. So where are we at? Okay, so I'm creating this tower defense game. This is the game so far. So the last time I created this kind of feature whereby we have this text expanding, and I know it's not perfect, but it's getting there. I like it. I like it. I like the text. What I did also earlier today is this text that just kind of floats upward, right? When it goes plus 50, when you make new gold, right? It goes plus 50 and it goes up like this. I think that looks really neat. And I do like that. So those are the improvements, the changes that I made to the game today. Okay, there's a number of things I could do next. Okay, there's still a lot to be done in this game, right? Okay, so if you look at it, you see wave, and then as it gets bigger, it kind of when it gets too close to the edge over here, the right edge, it kind of what would you say that it kind of folds over, or what's the word? Wraps around to the left hand side, right? So you see how there's a little bit here, right? I'm not gonna worry about this right now. I mean, I could debug that. I don't feel like doing it because I want to do the next thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. So far we have this programmer art. Okay, and it could look worse. Okay, it could look worse. I mean, the towers. There's a little bit of life to them. Okay, the way that the guns recoil and stuff. That's okay. But obviously the artwork is very, very primitive right now. Okay, and I don't know yet what I want to do. Okay, and how. I'm not entirely sure what kind of style I want for this, but I want to play around with it. Okay, so what I want to do today, and for this stream, I want to experiment with patterns, textures, just various things. So the grass, okay, the green bit, the grass. I want to try to make it look good. Try being the operative word here, because I don't know. This is going to be experimental. Okay, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I just want to experiment, try a couple of different things. Okay, and basically what it boils down to is I want to create an editor. Okay, an editor that allows me to edit what would you call them, sprites, that allows me to edit textures, and I play around a bit with first the background, and then eventually maybe make the towers, kind of design the towers in a kind of nice appealing way. Okay, I also have a tablet. Okay, and when I say a tablet, I mean one of those tablets that is like let me see now. Here you see one by Wacom, those kind of tablets. Okay, so not an iPad. It doesn't have a screen like this one. It's just basically a stylus. It's like a mouse, but it's in the shape of a pen. Okay, I have one of those, and I've never really used it. I mean, other than just to kind of play around with it and test it, but otherwise I've never really used it, and I want to use it. Well, at least I want to see if I can use it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, again, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, I really don't. Okay, first of all, my code. Okay, and then keyboard here. So what I think I'm gonna do is. Okay, so when I there we are. So when I press the letter E, I want to open the editor. Okay, so let me see now. Now, this might turn out to be a bad idea, and I might, after today, I might just get rid of that again. I don't know. I will see. I will see. Which reminds me, I was also going to do some debugging information. Yeah, see that debug output.uses printf. And I was going to do, I said in previous streams, I was going to create some software that would actually display on the screen some debug information. I didn't do it. Now I could, because I have the fonts and the text rendering figured out, but okay, whatever. So Tau open editor, okay, and now create window. Or is it okay here? Yeah. So okay. So here we have some boilerplate code that creates the first window in the first place. What is over here? Okay, so the main struct, set it to 0, initialize everything, loading the fonts, okay. And then this is to create the window. And that's the scene, okay, that's like the main thing. Okay. Okay. So what am I gonna do here? In the main struct, it's about fonts, widgets, okay, about the editor, okay. And I'm gonna have SDL window okay. So Okay, when, what is it? When in, no, tau init. Okay. So tau init is basically where we initialize things and where we have the boilerplate code. Okay. Now let me go to the main. Okay, that's the main function. So we initialize, we set up the level, and then while not close, okay, that is the main loop. Okay, the main loop, what does it do? It looks how much time has passed, it deals with the game logic, it renders the scene, then it deals with events, and it repeats. Okay, and that works fine for one window. Okay. But, okay, yeah, tau scene render. Here it does an SDL update, which I feel is not exactly where that belongs. Okay, now it's not the worst for it to be there, but it's not, it doesn't feel right there. Okay, it doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna put that here, and that should make no difference. That should work just the same. No, actually, well, no, because I've made changes. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. If t win edit, then tau edit scene render cb. Okay, and SDL update, and then twin edit. So now I have to create this thing. Oh. 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 Oh yeah. Here. So window okay, and then if I press E, then there is a different window that pops up just like I want, and yeah, and that doesn't do anything yet. Okay, so now we're gonna go to scene render. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Here. All of that. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna have the editor version of that too. Yeah, I don't know if I need, well, but that's gonna be the same. Okay, that's not. CR. Okay. Okay. Edit. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so now background. No. How do I want to tackle that? Tau. Okay, tau background render. Oh yes. CR. Okay. Because the CR that will be passed on won't be necessarily the same. So I'm gonna call that function once here, and I'm gonna call it once in the editor window, but there's gonna be a different CR. Okay, it's gonna be drawn to different backgrounds. Okay. Tau background render. Okay. Tau background render. Okay. how background render. Okay, so does that work? Hey, no. I guess that means no. So many errors. Okay. Oops. Okay. So this is all boilerplate stuff, but it has to happen, okay? I need this to have those two things, okay? So now it draws exactly the same background, okay, in the editor and in the main game. So now hopefully the fun part begins, okay? So I want to see, I don't know where this is going, right? Like I said, but so what I'm seeing is, okay, we have a fairly light green here, okay? So what if I make this a bit darker, okay? And, you know, I'll make it a bit darker, right? Like this. That's green still, but it's dark green now, okay? And then and I'm gonna go 500, so that's the X and Y, okay? I'm gonna go 50, I'm gonna draw a fairly big circle, and I'm gonna go 0, 6.282, and chiral fill, okay? So that should just create a green dot in the center, right? And okay, but not in the center, but anyway. And that green color actually looks quite good. I actually like that. What I'm also gonna do, is I'm just gonna have the editor open automatically, because otherwise this is just gonna be annoying, okay? So here, there we are. So here we have a circle, okay? Now, so what I want to know now is in terms of texture, okay? Can I create a texture that is basically a whole bunch? Ooh. Well, I changed. Well, I nearly said I changed nothing. I did change something. Why did that happen? Okay. Let me just. I don't know why that crashed. Okay, B261. Well, I suppose continue. Oh, and now it doesn't crash. Or no, okay. Or is it one of those annoying bugs where it crashes sometimes? Why did it zig file there a second ago? Those are the most annoying ones. Okay. This is, yeah, that sometimes crashes too. Okay. Do I want to spend time debugging that? Okay, let's. I spend a little bit of time. Okay, I spend a little bit of time debugging that. Okay. Okay, now it has received. Okay. Okay, it crashed at. It crashed in STB TrueType. Okay, is it really STB's fault? I don't know. Okay, has that anything to do with the editor I just created? I don't think it has anything to do with the editor I just created. Maybe it does. Has it to do with the text? The text that is going out of frame, or that is the expanding text. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Free. There are a lot of memory allocations. We should modify it to take a 10 buffer and allocate it. You don't need to do anything special to free it because contents are pure value data with no additional data structure. It returns 0 on failure. Okay. Freeze the bitmap allocated below. I don't know what user data is all about here. I have no idea. Probably okay. I can probably just set it to no. SDBTT free bitmap. Okay, I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do, okay? Glyph render. Bitmap, okay? So I'm gonna do int 3, and then here I'm gonna do 3 equals 1, okay? So here we want to keep the bitmap, here we don't, okay? And then, so once it's done, here, if 3, now will that solve the bug? Probably not, but it will fix the memory leak, which I think we inadvertently had. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what your user data is. I'm just going to set that to no, but bitmap. Okay. And so now, okay, does that solve our bug here where it crashes sometimes? Probably, and maybe it does. No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't solve it, but at least we've improved it. Okay. Okay, is the crash still in STB? When it does crash, does it still crash in STB? Yeah, I have the feeling it crashes still in the exact same place, doesn't it? $1,286. TTU short. A 103 times that's used. Okay. Okay, glyph run the start and then it crashes. I think the error is in here somewhere. I don't know, but no. kerning. The kerning is where the problem is. This. Really? Kerning. Kerning end. Okay. Is that what it complains about? But I still think this might not be where the problem is, right? It just kind of could be a ripple effect. So are we dealing with when we have this kind of big text? Is that when we have the problem? Okay, now of course now it doesn't want to do it. Kerning 3.1 and yeah. Okay. Has it to do with... No, okay. That should work in that case. So get code point kern advanced. Get code point kern advanced. An additional amount to add to the advanced value. Okay, fair enough. It doesn't say anything else here. Oh, hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Poison. Okay. Get code point kern advanced. Okay, here it gives an example of how to use that function. Right? Now text. What is text here in this context? That's a character. CH. What is CH? CH is an int. So in this particular case, that's a character pointer, so this is going to be a character. Okay. Even though it's an int. Now, has that anything to do with it? I don't know. But the thing is, if it doesn't, Makes no difference. Okay. Could it? Okay. Could it be that when it comes to certain scales, could it be that when it comes to certain scales, the kerning doesn't work? It doesn't, because here you multiply the kerning with the scale. The kerning is independent on the scale. So it should have nothing to do with the scale. Also, oh well, yeah. But by the time we're in this function, that is already fully initialized and dealt with. Oh, hold on, is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's noteworthy that it is the first thing to run. The first glyph rendering, the very first glyph rendering. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do if condition is ugly fix for some bug, get good point current advance does sometimes crash. When we run effects text expand. In this case, it was the first time ToGlyph render was called. Okay, and I'm gonna investigate that later. Still crashes. So it might have nothing to do with this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of that because I suspect it does have something to do with the editor. Okay. No, it doesn't. Okay. That's weird because it's only once I started to write this editor code that I noticed the crash. That had never crashed before. I mean, not in this way. There've been crashes, but you know. Okay, did I break something with creating an editor? Now it works. No. Ah, okay. I mean, it can't be this, right? Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna forget about it. I'm just gonna forget about it because it's, you know, I was looking forward to work on this. Okay, and I'm gonna work on this. Okay, so here we have. Okay, what I need. What I need is pseudo random number generation. Okay, so don't use rand for security if you need cryptographically secure. Okay, should only be called once. Okay, random pseudo number. Okay. Okay. So you just do srand. Okay. Here we didn't call stdlib yet. Now I'm sure I'm calling it somewhere in some other, probably in technical it gets called, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And time.h. Okay, but here I'm going to do srand. Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. I put srand in the wrong place, didn't I? No, okay, I'm gonna do this. If not, t win edit. What's up? Okay. And now I'm gonna do rand. Okay. Int r equals rand. Then I'm gonna do printf r is and rand max is. So rand max is 2 billion something, so it's basically the range of a signed integer. Okay. Right. Okay. So what I want to do here, I want a number of things. Okay. Int x equals rand, and then modulo default width, int y equals rand, then modulo tau default height. Okay, and int, well, I suppose radius, and I want to do 50. I'll call it 50. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. X, Y, radius. Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course. Okay, I don't want it to do that. Okay. I want it to generate the image once and then be done, right? But basically what I really need to do is I need to okay, Cairo set source, and then I think you can do surface. Okay, so I don't want it with Python. Okay, C. Set source surface. Okay. So here in background, okay, I need a separate surface. Okay, I need a separate surface for the background. So that's just CR. That's gonna be T background CS. And then I think that's just gonna be 0, 0. Okay. Scene CS. Background CS. Okay. Now, how do I create the image background here? Boom, 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 boom. So size of okay. So for data, okay, create an image for the provided pixel data. Yeah, okay, so I guess that is okay, well, so that needs to be background buffer. Okay, background buffer. Okay. And I think that works. Cairo Paint. We'll see to that in a minute. But background render. So background render. That's not what you need there. That's not what you need there. But anyway, background render. So if I do level setup, okay, just tau background render. Okay, so let's just see if that compiles. Okay, let's just see if that compiles. Yeah, okay, that compiles. Now, editor. Okay, then, and that's just a plain green background the first time, which makes sense. And so what do I do here? There I need to do oh okay, when it opened it, then that's where I need to do this. Okay, and then here. Okay, that should do it, hopefully. Oh, come on, why is that happening here? Okay, so tau background render. Tau background render. here, Win Edit. It creates the window. Then I go tile background render. Oh yeah, oh there it is. It created that dot. Okay. So now, int I equals 0. While I, okay, because obviously that was the point, right? I want a whole bunch of those dots. So what does that give us? That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Okay. Int limit. Makes no real difference, but okay, limit. And let me do much, like many more. But let me also make them smaller. Okay. Is that gonna look see, that already looks quite different. I don't know if I like it, but it's very different. See? Do I like that? Do I like that? I don't know if I do. Well, I don't really. I don't really, but it's more interesting. It's more interesting for sure. Now, tile background render. So what I can do is scan code. If I do scan code R, okay, tile background render. So now, in theory, okay. Why should that change make any difference? No, okay. So R, so if I do R, now it will change. Okay, so I can get all those backgrounds. None of them look particularly good. So okay. And this is a case where maybe a small tweak might actually make a big difference. Do I like this? I don't think I do. It looks sloppy. It looks sloppy. But what if I do? What if I do this? Does that look good? You see, I think this is starting to get somewhere. This is different. I think I'm starting to like this. And what I need is a way of saving it, because I want to be able to use it later. If I find one that I like, I want to be able to use it later. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And and I'll make some hot coffee as well. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. So we're back. So I think definitely the next feature here needs to be right. Okay. Um, so save the background somehow. Okay. So tile background save. That's absolutely what I need to do next. Okay. Okay. So background save. Okay. And then okay. And then it's called Cairo image surface. And then PNG. Right to PNG. Something like that. Okay. Cairo surface right to PNG. Copy. Okay. And then the file name. Alright, then the file name. Okay. So, first of all, mkdir saved backgrounds. Will I call them that? Yeah, I'll call them that. I don't know. Okay. Okay. And then the time function okay, so it's just time. Okay, simply time. And we've included time.h already. So time t seconds equals time, and then Okay. File name and then pick string from int. File name. Plus len. No, it's gonna be seconds. Okay. And then okay. Okay. So is that gonna work? Too few arguments. Oh yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Declared here. Okay. Too few arguments. Okay. And then duplicate case. Okay. Oh yeah, WSD kind of thing. Yeah, but I may never need WSD for a tower defense game. So okay, we'll ignore that for now. So if I do S now, that should save it, and then if I do R, does that re-render a different one? It doesn't appear to have done. Maybe it has. It's just very slow. Okay. And I'm gonna press S now and then X. Okay. So now LS. So I should have 2 there. Okay, and that appears to have worked. Okay. And they're 2 different ones. Okay. So yeah, so it is saving the background. Okay, so background render. Okay, so now maybe that's too many, but anyway. Maybe what I want to do is have this green but quite a bit darker. Okay, and then like this. Does that look better? Oh no, it doesn't. Hold on, no. Okay. maybe the secret sauce here is in making the color very similar. Okay. Does that work? That still doesn't look good, doesn't it? What if I want the radius to be from 200 to 500? So I'll have those large blotches. That does not seem to have worked. Or is it maybe that I covered too much? Oh yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, you see with the circles it's still too regular. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna consider something else. What about Perlin noise? Okay, I'm looking up various things to do with Perlin noise. Perlin noise is basically the same thing, but it's more structured in a way. Implementation is a two-dimensional implementation of classical Perlin noise written in C. The original reference implementation by Perlin had major differences. It uses a three-dimensional approach by interpolating between 8 corners of a cube instead of 4 corners of a square below. The random gradient direction shuffles bits of the integer coordinates of corners, which is much faster than shuffling using the interference Okay, Parlin's method split the integer space. Okay, and then you random permutation. The interpolation function is the smoother 4 degree, smoother step. Okay. So, function to linearly interpolate between A0 and A1. Wait, W should be in the range 0 to 0, 1. Okay. So you interpolate. Okay. So you want a value between A1 and Z. No. Yeah. You want a value between A1 and A0. And then you put a weight. Okay. So we can have different levels of smoothness, which is interesting. Create pseudo random direction vector. Oh, I see. Yeah. Compute the dot product of the distance and gradient vectors. Okay, and then here Parlin. Computes Parlin noise at coordinates x, y. Okay. Okay. That's not how I thought it would be implemented. I was expecting more something where you pass on a one channel bitmap. But okay. This does it differently. Now, permutation. Yeah, so this code here nowhere uses permutation, right? Okay. Do I understand this code completely? No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Okay, what I'm gonna do here now, I'm gonna test it. Okay, I'm gonna test it. So I'm gonna do Parlin.c, right? And I'm gonna go up. Okay. And then here, I'm gonna go include Parlin.c. And then when I do background render, should I try to save this? There's nothing nice about this, right? But oh well. So what I need to call is this. Okay. So okay. I need to go through the entire what is it, through the entire through the entire bitmap basically that makes up the background. Okay. So here in I get flush and okay, flush and mark dirty. Okay, that is important for basically Cairo to know, hey, you've done something with that thing, right? Okay, so whatever I do, I need to do it. Cairo surface T, okay, CST background CS, okay, boom. Then glyph render. Okay, here I get okay, the stride is going to be the same. Okay. So now int I equals 0, int j equals 0, while I, so let's say we go through the rows, so background width, I plus equal 1, j equals 0, while j smaller than background height, j plus equal 1. Okay, and then equals background CS pixels. I think that's right. Or is it I can use, okay, Cairo surface, image surface, get data, something like that, whatever it is. The Cairo image surface, get data. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm supposed to use. Background CS. Okay, background CS. Right. So the pixels. Okay. uint 32 pix equals yeah. No. I need a pointer. I need a pointer. Yeah. And so pix will have to go up by 1 every time. Okay. But that's the 32. Okay. Okay. And then did I delete the thing? No, here. So here now. Boom. Okay. So okay. Float J. Right. Float result or whatever. Now, what I need to do is take pix and I need to disentangle the green part. The green part. So basically, what am I doing here? That's the green part. Okay. Of a pixel. Of okay. So so I can do float green equals here, and then I can do green multiplied equal with result. Okay. And now I need to reintegrate that into the pixel. Right? So how do I make that pixel? I do it like this, right? But I don't need to do it the same way in that case. Hold on. I may not have to use that. uint 32 green. Okay. Okay, let's call it green 32. So I could do green 32 equals uint green, and then I can do pix equals pix Okay, I could do pix and I should do exactly the opposite. So if I binary and this, what that is going to do is the green bit is going to be set to 0. Okay. And then I could do pix and then or, and then the green 32 8. Right? But here there was okay. Hold on a minute now. Green multiplied equal 255. I may not even need to do. Okay, I can do this better, but background CS. Okay, not good. Okay, that's the width in pixel though. That's the width in pixels. Okay. Oh. Why is that so weird? Okay. Hold on a minute. No. It's dark purple, so that means it looks like we've just set the like we've just set the green to 0. That's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this and first see that result is actually yielding what we're expecting. Okay, result is always 0. Every single result is 0. Okay, so that's clearly the bug. Okay, that's clearly the bug. In fact, if I were to do rand and then rand divide result divide equal rand max value. Is that the macro? I don't even know. Max rand value, that might be it. No. Max value rand. Okay, if that doesn't do it, I'll look it up. Oh, man. Okay. Rand max value. Oh, it's rand max. Okay, it's just rand max. Okay. Ah. Okay. Heh. So now we did some. But you see, that is so random that we have quite a number of values at 0 or close to 0, which is where the purple shows up, right? Now we have a couple of options here. One is we can make the we can also make it affect the other channels within. Okay, there's a number of solutions here, okay? Okay, let me do this. Green, we can have red. And we can have blue. We can have result. We can then do we don't even do we need that? Yeah, we do need that. The float green is something that we need because here we do that multiplication. Yeah, okay, there might be other ways, but for now I'm going to do this, okay? Red. And I forget what red is. And then blue. And glyph render. Here, so red is this bit, okay, and blue is this bit. Okay, red, blue, okay. In fact, I can just copy it. So that is that, okay. And then red 32 equals red. Blue. Red, and then here blue. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Hold on. I have it there. So that's red 32. Green 32. Should I have put that in a separate function? I don't know if I should have. It's what it is now. Okay, up. Okay. And maybe what would be better if I did this. So now I should have shades of gray. Oh. No. One. They all have to be one, and then I'm gonna have shades of gray, right? Okay, whatever that bug is, it's happening a lot more often now. Okay. And now I can do now I can put a green coat on top, so to speak. Maybe I can make it fairly bright now because it's gonna be black. And I can't do paint. Oh. Has to be rectangle. Okay, do I like that better? No, I don't like it at all, in fact. Okay, rand, and then plus equals 0.2, and then if result bigger than 1, result equals 1. That should kind of blunt the edge of the darkest colors, right? Does that look good? That doesn't really look good at all. Okay, that's just the wrong way to do this. Maybe it's okay. Would that work better? What does the why did the purling noise not work? That is one big question. No. Horrible. It's horrible. What's wrong with Perlin here? Why was it not? Okay, it converts this back to a hold on a minute now. Compute the okay. Oh, okay. So it wants some ratio, not a ratio, but does it want it x and y from 0 to 1? Is that what it wants? Okay. Hold on. So float x equals. Okay, first of all, I could do float here, right? Equals I divided by background width yeah, and then I could have float y is j divided by background height. And then I could just have x and y. Okay, so maybe that's just gonna work. Oh, come on. Background width. So maybe that's not what it's looking for. Maybe that is not. Okay, maybe I should reread that bit of the Wikipedia thingy. Determine grid cell coordinates. Did it say here? It doesn't say here. It doesn't say there. Okay. So floor, so it's rounding down. It's rounding down x. So it doesn't expect it to be a whole number. And then it's adding 1. Just the same thing with y. Then determine interpolation weights. Could also be high order. Okay. x0. So that's that rounded down bit. X minus. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Or do I have to imagine that you split up the space? Oh, okay. Do I have to imagine that you split up the space like this? Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so how am I going to compute that? So let's say I split it up in now okay, let's say I have blocks of 100 by 100 pixels. Let's just say, okay? So well, is that it? It could be as simple as that. Result x, y. X, y, okay. So now that output looks more like what you would want, right? If I understand it right. Okay, so Perlin noise is a type of gradient noise developed by Ken Perlin in 1983. It has many uses, included but not limited to procedural generated terrain, pseudo-random changes to a variable, and assisting the creation of image textures. It is most commonly implemented in 2, 3, or 4 dimensions, but can be defined for any number of dimensions. Can Perlin develop Perlin noise? Okay, as his frustration with the machine-like look of computer-generated imagery at the time he formally described his finding. Okay, yeah, to Ken Perlin for the development, a technique used to produce appearing textures and for motion. I'll just okay, yeah. It is frequently when is extremely limited to send demos. Okay. Algorithm detail. Perlin noise is most commonly implemented in 2, 3, okay, but can be defined for any number of dimensions. An implementation typically involves 3 steps. Defining a grid of random gradient vectors. Okay, computing the dot product between the gradient vectors and their offsets. Interpolate between these values. Two-dimensional grid of gradient vectors. Define n-dimensional grid where each grid intersection has associated, okay. except in one-dimensional case where the grades at random scales. Okay. The dot product of each point with its nearest grid node gradient value. The dot product. That's just confusing. I don't make sense of what they're saying here. For working out the value of any candidate point, first find the unique grid cell in which the point lies. Then identify the 2 to the n corners of that cell and their associated grade vectors. Next, for each corner, calculate an offset vector. Right. So, if you imagine those grids, the floor is the top, well, it's the left side of that thing, and that's the right side. And then that's the top. If you go, if you have like the top y is 0, and then it goes increases as it goes down, and that's the grid below. Okay, so the bottom of that grid. Okay, so here you would have x0 y1, sorry, x0 y0, and here x1 y1. Okay, and if you happen to give a point that's here, then this becomes x0 y1, and that is x1 y1. Okay, so that's what they're doing here. So that determine interpolation weights. So you find the difference between x0 and x. So you find the actual point that you were given. You find how far down is it into that square. So if it's somewhere over here, you find like this distance and that distance. Okay, so that is sx and xy. Then interpolate between grid point gradients. Dot grid gradient. So, not sure what they mean by that, but maybe that is where they create those vectors. Right? In 0 is a float. Yeah, you interpolate the x value and the y value. So here that is interpolate. And then you interpolate between hold on, you interpolate sx twice and sy once. Oh, but you do it here between ix0 and ix1. Okay. Okay. Then dot grid gradient. And then here you do random gradient. Okay. Random gradient. Okay, and where's random gradient? It is here. Okay. So you compute some vector, and then you take the x is the cosine of that random vector, y is the sine of that random vector. You return v. So now you have gradient, random gradient. Okay. Compute the distance. Okay. does that one work? Does that bit here work? That should create a random number. IX and IY. Somehow, something in this code doesn't work, right? Can it be that it's me who's doing it wrong? You know, if the result is always how is it always 0.5? How is it always 0.5? How is that possible? Do those random numbers actually work? Okay, so those numbers, they do appear. They do appear to produce, it does appear to produce random numbers. Yeah, so something is happening there. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Float min equals no. Okay. Float max equals okay, if result is bigger than max equals result. If result is smaller than min equals result. And then result, I don't want that, result min and max so that will tell me the range of the numbers, hopefully. So between negative, okay, that is a weird. Oh, and yeah, because we're not actually doing anything random, not even really pseudo random, that's always the same. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, I guess I could do if multiply equal 1, no, -1. Does that work? Does that do anything? I don't know. Okay. Why is that so weird? That is very, very weird. Okay, things are not right with this thing. Maybe it's because when I put a color on top, I remove too much of the thing. No. It does all those weird striations. I'm gonna have to write. I'm gonna have to change that Perlin code, okay, to make it more along the lines of what I want, because that sure doesn't look right. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if the code is wrong. Something isn't right anyway. Okay, but it looks like there are blocks there. So what if I make the block smaller? Would that help it or hurt it? Okay. Does it? I don't know. I don't know whether that helped it or hurt it. Okay, that's ugly. Okay. You may want to clamp it. Maybe I do. Let's see what that does. If I clamp it. Use the cubic interpolation. For even smoother result, okay? So that makes it very smooth. Allegedly. Does that really make it smooth? I don't know. Does that? I mean, is that nice? That's not nice, isn't it? Okay. Okay, what if I go the other way and make them really big? No, you have striations. Now, of course, that could be because okay. Okay, let's say we have result. Okay, let's say that everything is white. Okay, let's say everything is white. Okay, so it's all 255. So result multiplied with 127. Okay. Result plus equal 127. If result smaller than 0, result equals 0. If result bigger than 255, result equals 255. hasn't made a difference, or at least not much of a difference. No. Okay. This sucks. Supposed to be very smooth, supposed to be, I don't know. I don't know. If result smaller than 100, result equals 100. Okay. That should make it more, what shall we say? Yeah, I don't know about more smooth necessarily, but okay. That's probably the least bad we've had. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, what if I go really, really small? You know what? That is not even that different from what I had when I was doing the circles. Okay. Do I like that? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. We tried, okay? I don't know. Should I should I lay it on thicker? No, it's not the colors. It's not the colors that's the issue. It's the pattern. The pattern just doesn't look nice, and it doesn't look smooth. Okay, it just does not look smooth. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Next time, I'll do some work of my own on that. Yeah. I can't use that code. I have to write my own code, my own Perlin noise my own something. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave that this for now. And also we have this bug where we segfault periodically. I don't know if it has anything to do. It probably has to do with the editor, right? Because we didn't have that before. So if I don't have the editor, that crashes as well. If I don't have this at all, does it still crash? It doesn't appear to. Oh, it does. Of course, you can't make it happen when you want to. Right? Is it that expanding text that is the offensive thing? I think it probably is. So it's again happening in STB TrueType. So here, it's okay. It's segfaulting here. You know what? It could. Maybe it is a bug in. But we disabled kerning. We didn't. Okay, what if we disable kerning altogether? Does it happen ever again? It's hard to know now, isn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna assume, until I have reason to believe otherwise, I'm just gonna assume that it is a bug in the kerning part of STB. Alright? Because right now that just works fine. Here, that's okay. Obviously, that's slow and whatever, right? But it hasn't crashed since I disabled the kerning. Okay, it's not crashing. Okay, it almost looks like it's gonna crash because that editor window shows up a bit slowly. No crash. Okay, it has to be right. It's not my fault. Okay, it has to be. Okay. Right, well, there won't be any kerning for the foreseeable future anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay. So tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure that I'll be streaming tomorrow, but if I am, I'm gonna be working on the Perlin noise. Okay? Or anyway, some kind of noise or some kind of texture. Okay? So, I think, well, I nearly said this is a good place to stop. It's not really that great, but anyway, I think we made some progress in there. I mean, we found the bug, right? We found the kerning bug. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's STP, right? I mean, I don't think there's anything. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, look, I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.